Shalom, saints. Once more, I'm here with you to give you a word of encouragement because in this season, we need to understand and learn how to endure. Now, before I continue, my name is Joanna, and this is the message for today to encourage you to endure. The message is endurance. Now, some of us are experiencing, in fact, most of us are experiencing some type of trial, some type of issue, some type of hardship. It could be in health, finances, family issues, business, you name it. And many of us are willing to give up everything because of this frustrating situation. Some of us are wanting to just forget the faith as well and give up everything we know about our Most High and what we know of Him, and give up on the faith of the brethren and all these different types of stuff. Some of us are just wanting to give up this walk. And the key thing, my dear brothers and sisters, is that let's not give up this walk, because we need to learn to endure. Every circumstance and situation and trial that the Most High puts you through is not with the intent of breaking you or causing you to be defeated. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's with the intent of helping you to develop that level of endurance so that you can go to the next level. The next level of your faith in Him. The next level to be able to deal with whatever trial or challenge that is coming your way that is so much more than what you're experiencing now. You see, the thing is, like every athlete knows, if it is let's just say someone who's into track and they run 100-meter dash the first time. Now, I am not into sports too well, so please forgive me if I say some kind of nonsense. But nevertheless, let's just say an athlete runs 100-meter dash first race and they lose miserably. And that person give up and say, well, track and field ain't for me. I'm done. I'm washing my hands. That's it. Then that individual will never really know what their true potential is if they give up. And hence the reason a lot of athletes, if not all, they have the understanding of endurance, because each time they run a race or each time they participate in any type of sport or go training for any type of sport, they understand that it's not to quit. It is not to throw in the towel at the first sign of defeat, but instead it is to continue pressing forward, learning, drilling harder, so that you can develop the capacity to go the distance and to improve in your level of sport or in your field or whatever the case may be. And that is a very similar thing to what the Most High is doing with us. He allows circumstances, He allows situations and trials and tribulations to come our way with the intent of helping us develop the level of endurance that it is going to take and that is very needful for these end times and beyond. Because if it is you're willing to throw in the sponge because you can't stand your boss, or because you fail at your business, or because your mother-in-law giving you trouble, or that child you have is really giving you pressure and rebelling, and you are just wanting to give up on them or give up on the situation, at this stage, it is not going to benefit you nor them. But the scripture tells us, and I'm going to read in Matthew chapter 24 verse 13, and it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this scripture tells us that endurance is needful to make it to the end, to make it to the finish. So if it is we aren't willing to go the distance in a situation or circumstance now, then how can we be willing to go the distance when a major or a greater challenge arrives, even to the end? Because this is what the Most High is equipping us for the end times. And just to give you a synopsis of this particular scripture and what it's connected to, because we want to understand line upon line, precept upon precept, so we need to understand the context. And what this scripture is connected to is that a few verses before, it actually speaks about the wars, the rumors of wars, even the trials and the tribulation and the persecution that the saints will have to go through. And if it is we are in the end times now, clearly, and worse times are yet to come, based on what we know Bible prophecy says. And if it is we can't even go through a broken down car or some type of work drama or whatever the case may be, and we're wanting to give up at this stage, how then can we deal with the bigger things to come? So my message today is to encourage you to endure, because the Most High understands how to get us from point A to point B. And he knows that the little circumstances now are going to equip you to deal with them when they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Once you commit to him your ways, once you commit to him that challenge, and once you remain long-suffering and remain patient and remain loving in the midst of that trial. I know some of the circumstances we may be dealing with is terribly overwhelming for some of us. I understand clearly. I too have experienced and am experiencing a lot of challenges, but it doesn't take away from the fact that how we deal with the challenges will make the difference. And the scripture tells us to rejoice in tribulation. So let us learn to truly rejoice in tribulation and develop that skill, that ability, and that capacity to endure, so that indeed we will be saved in the end. I encourage you, saints, let's endure. Shalom.